So it's Tuesday, which means it's time for another not-so-awesome review. This week we're doing a review on Saga Volume 3 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, and it is definitely worth the $14.99 or, discounted price you buy it at. I say that because obviously with Amazon and stock trades and all that stuff, and, just stores in general, sometimes having things at a percentage off, it's worth it. But if you just have a Barnes & Noble and they have it in stock, it's definitely worth the money. I will say straight out right now, my biggest complaint about Saga right now, just my biggest freaking complaint that it annoys me every single time I get a book, is that it's not hardcover yet. And I'm going to be wasting the money later on to buy them in hardcover because it is so freaking amazing. And that kind of shows you that it's just so good that I want to buy it again in hardcover. So, yeah, I probably will be doing a review on hardcover whenever they release a deluxe edition, because Image has a habit of releasing deluxe editions, I think after 4 to 5 soft covers, sometimes 6. Usually collects 2 of them together. Anyways, here's the back of it. Not really anything to read in those texts. There's a whole bunch of, I guess, reviews from Publisher Weekly stuff. And, it's, again, just something about the writer and stuff. Anyways, Saga Volume 3, we have the cover of Gwendolyn and Slave Girl. It's actually a really awesome looking cover. Better than the cover from the last one where it was Marco and it looked like he was killing something. Let's see, this, I'm gonna get to the summary first and then I'll show you a few things. That way, just see if we can make this go by faster. If you read the last volume, I don't want to do too many spoilers, but it basically, that last page, that last 2 pages, this entire volume takes place before it and during that, because if you remember, the last issue really was all about Prince Robot 4. Yeah, Prince Robot 4. I keep wanting to say 14, but no, it's Prince Robot 4. And it basically leads up from Marco's and Elena. Was it Alana or Elena? I'm going to go with Alana this time. I think last time I said Elena. This time I'm going to say Alana. It goes from their perspective, leading up to that. We get a lot more of the guy who was hired to kill them, Gwendolyn and Slave Girl. We get plenty of that. We get a lot of that, actually. And we get introduced to 2, well, technically 3 characters if you include the writer. But the writer was in the last issue, so I'm not going to say so much him. I don't remember his name, or else I would say it, and I definitely cannot even remember the 2 reporters' names, because I remember having issues even reading it. But as you can see, there's this guy getting interviewed in the beginning of the issue during the hospital, and that's when we get introduced to the 2 reporters and their story in this. So there's basically like 3 stories going on here. We don't see much of Prince Robot 4 in these few issues up until the end. They're trying to figure out stuff about Alana. They're trying to see, did she run away? Was she kidnapped? Why is she wearing a ring on her finger? It's a tradition to the other people who get married, the other race, the moon. Is it the moon people? Is that who they are? I don't remember. Yeah, there's so much like lore in this already that I just can't remember. But yeah, they go on and do their own thing. We get introduced to another assassin near the end of it, which the identity of was a little mind-blowing, just a little bit. And the whole thing starts off with Alana and Marco kind of still, and his mom, grieving over the death of his father, who wasn't that long ago. That was like in the last volume. And here we have, man, I really wish I remembered his name. It's The Will. There we go, Will. The Will. I keep saying The Will. I think that's what they call them. Gwendolyn and Slave Girl kind of arguing because, the ship, basically, I love this part. They basically had to call a galactic AAA to come repair the ship because of the battle from last time where everybody almost, and get more of Lion Cat and stuff. And it's just all around good time. Stuff happens with Marco's mom getting a little injured. But yeah, we meet Mr. Writer guy. I really wish I remembered Mr. Heist, something like that. That's what his name is. And he's kind of a drunk when they first meet him, and he takes them in for a while, but tells them it's only temporary because You know, he doesn't know when there's going to be a surprise inspection, and, you know, it's dangerous. So basically throughout the whole thing with their stories, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their life, where they're going to move on to. You know, because they're both wanted fugitives, it's kind of hard to, like, start a life when you're both wanted everywhere. And they kind of start to come up with a plan, and that's right up until the whole thing with Robot 4 happens. Gwendolyn and Will have their own story. Will is kind of seeing his ex everywhere, and nobody else sees him, but she keeps telling him to stay on the planet, just settle down and all this stuff. And at first it was really just weird. I didn't understand an entire thing was going on there, but we get an explanation of kind of what's going on there later, again, in this volume, and that was really, really good. It was a really good twist that I honestly did not see coming. Yeah, basically by the last 2-3 issues, stuff gets crazy. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I will show a couple of, I'll just show like the sketches in the back in case anyone wants to see them. Lion Cat, I guess that's a convention sketch cover. That dude who's not wearing pants, that weird dog thing, and the very back, which somebody threw Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, I guess, working on this. And I just love that there's a Moogle right there, because that's awesome. Because Final Fantasy is awesome. That dog that dog looks awesome too. Anyways, this entire volume, definitely worth the money. I definitely recommend getting all 3. I believe the issues will be coming out pretty soon again, starting with issue 19. Yeah, just highly recommend it. Again, just like the other 2, really good writing. Probably would be my least favorite of the 3, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying it was bad in any way, it's just story development wise, for at least Marco and them, 1 and 2 had more than 3 did, but still really amazing. Still giving it 5 scrolls out of 5. So there you go. I say go get it, unless you want to wait for a deluxe hardcover, which I'm not gonna lie, probably a good idea, but no idea when that's gonna come out. It hasn't even been announced yet, I believe, but I'm sure it's gonna happen because it's Image and that's how they kind of do things. Anyways, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and all that cool stuff, and I will see you next time with another not so awesome review of what, I don't know, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Buy it, buy it, buy it. I can't just say, it's awesome. You know, you might have been thinking, well, this has been hyped up so much by different people. Well, it's been hyped up so much because it is so good that, like, I originally didn't get the first volume when it came out because so many people kept talking about it, and I was like, well, you guys keep saying it sounds so good, it's all spacey and stuff, and I was like, I don't really enjoy too much space stuff. And I got it by the recommendation of the guy who works at my store, the owner, and it was definitely worth it. It was amazing. Jumped right up to one of my favorite things, and one of my favorite writers, you know, Brian K. Vaughan, Why the Last Man, Saga, Runaways. He did the few issues of Mystique. He did a Batman and Wonder Woman story, Ex Machina, which I haven't read yet, but I want to read that. Anyways, great writer, great stuff. Once again, just highly recommend it. Anyways, thanks for watching, I guess, and, you know, have a good day, night, wherever you are, and I will see you next time with another not so awesome review stuff. Alright, okay then, goodbye.